Hi, this is Ivan on behalf of Pinnacle Hobby, here to show you the new bind and fly version of the Nano QX quadcopter from Horizon Hobby. Being a bind and fly model, it does not come with a transmitter, so you'll have to provide your own DSM-2 or DSM-X compatible transmitter to make this model work. What you get in the box is the little micro or nano size quadcopter. This is smaller than the MQX, and in the box it comes default with the yellow shell and yellow blades for the front half, as well as pre-installed in the actual quadcopter is the E-Flite 1S 150 milliamp battery that you're probably used to seeing in the Blade MSR, as well as the Blade Nano CPX. In addition to the quadcopter, you'll actually get an extra green body shell and the USB charger for the battery. Packaged neatly underneath that is the standard instruction manual set, as well as spare parts, including the green blades for the green body shell. Horizon Hobby has actually come out with a pretty good standard instruction set, including on how to set up the transmitter to be able to be bound to our new quadcopter. You can find it on page 13 of the manual, and for today we will be setting up this transmitter with the DX8, also made by Spectrum or Horizon Hobby. Today we'll be setting up the Nano QX to make it work with a Spectrum DX8 transmitter. And the normal setup procedure is to start off with a fresh model memory. So to do that on a DX8, you will be depressing the roller key on the right side here and powering up. And that will bring you into the setup screen where you can select the model that you wish to edit. I've already gone ahead and named a model memory for the Nano QX. And if we select that and we go to the model type, make sure it is set to airplane as opposed to helicopter. And since we've already done that, we're going to skip that step as well. In the switch select, you are going to assign the trainer to auxiliary 1 and set the flap to inhibit. And once you're done that, you're gonna go to the main screen and boot up your DX8. Now once you're in the menu, I would suggest you go to your DR and Expo setup. And the good thing about the DX8 is it has 3-position switches, so you can actually have a high, middle, and low rate. In the instruction manuals, it calls for the high rates on aileron and elevator to be set to 100, and for low rates to be set to 70%. I've gone ahead and done a medium rate, if you want to call it that, at 85% to give you a little bit more precision feel on how you want to set it up. And the next thing to set up is under the servo setup menu. And instead of adjusting travel, you are going to be adjusting the servo reverse. And in this case, you are going to be reversing the auxiliary 1 channel. So make sure to set to reverse position. What this will do is it will allow you to later use your bind switch to toggle the S.A.F.E technology in the quadcopter to enable it or to disable it. Basically putting it into agility mode, or what Horizon Hobby calls safe mode for beginners. And once that's done, you can go back to your main menu and shut off your transmitter. When you're connecting the flight battery to the Nano QX, make sure it stays completely stationary. Any sudden movements during the initialization process can cause the quadcopter's gyros not to initialize properly. And when you try to take off with it, what will happen is it will actually start to drift in random directions. So what I normally suggest to people is to hold down the top of the quadcopter so it's not going anywhere, and grab your battery connector and just slowly put it on. And you'll see a blinking red light indicating that the quadcopter is looking for signal, or flashing blue, sorry. And with your DX8, you would have to hold down your trainer and bind button and making sure that you're on the right model memory, and while it's off, you turn it on. And once you get the binding signal and the blinking blue light goes solid, you will now have full control of your quadcopter. Now you notice that as soon as the blue light went solid, the red light came on. And what the red light indicates that it is in agility mode, which we preset in the previous setting. Now to change that back to safe mode, you just press the trainer and bind button again, and now it is in the beginner or safe mode.